Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 15 of our Factorio playthrough. And I'm actually starting to get some comments and suggestions, so that's great. I really appreciate that. It's fun. I like to connect with people, and this is a great way to do it. I do need to learn how to make YouTube thumbnails. I am so new at this. I spend all my time playing and not as much creating. So hopefully future videos get better and you're enjoying the content. Super excited for Space Age to come out, but man, even if you just get this version of the game, oh, there's so much fun stuff about this game. So, okay, so let's see here. We uh, we need to we need to get some more resources into our base. So before we move on with our science, now it looks like we have plenty of resources, but that's because we're not researching anything and we're just kind of fumbling along. Like we want to be producing a lot more red chips. Um, we need to get oil. We need to get cracking on oil cracking. We're just going to need to be able to produce a lot more. And if we look at like what's coming up, um, our base shifts from a lot of iron and steel, mostly iron production to, if you look at yellow science, we need, piddly amounts of iron plates and steel and batteries and stuff. And we need a ton of copper. Like we're going to be making a lot of copper. And then if you go to the rocket parts, the same thing. Look how much copper you need for rocket parts. That's because you're making um, chips, and then you need copper again for red chips, and then you have to create the low density structures. And if we look at low density structures, those take a lot of copper. So all of a sudden, we're just needing all of this copper. Now, I think we can get by on 4 lanes of copper if they're actually 4 coming in and if they're red. And so the goal, I think, for this uh, session, uh, let's call it episode 15, is going to be to try and get some more resources flowing into the base. And luckily we've got some roboports and some exoskeletons to help us move around quicker and build stuff a little bit quicker. And we can also start tapping into the robots that we've created. We've created quite a few robots. So we've got 350 there, and we've got more on the way. So we can start actually tapping into this wellspring of stuff that is just waiting to help us build out our base. Um, we've got roboports we can add, so we can build those. Look at that guy. He just built that for us. Great little guy there. Anyways, and let's see. For example, we want to upgrade things to red belts and like. Um, I would rather have my robots be doing that, in the background. So, for example, we want to make sure that all of our belts go to red, all of our yellow undergrounds go to red, all of our yellow splitters go to red. I really don't think we have any these, but we want to turn those into blue assemblers. We don't want to use those anymore. And so we can now drag this planner and say, hey, robots, start converting all of this, right? And it says, oh, hey, we don't have robots to do that. And they actually don't have materials, but we do. We've got robots here. We just need to get them coverage over here and materials. So let's work on that. We are just going to throw these roboports up basically anywhere that will work. Um, we will also need to create, and we should probably build like another strip mall for this. Maybe we will. Um, in the meantime, so we've got all those. We just need circuits. Okay. In the meantime, let's grab materials that we need. To build these boxes, and these guys are going to help us build everything we want to build. So first off, we are going to start creating storage areas for robots so that they can pick up stuff and put it down. 400. I really don't think we need that many. Maybe 200 because we've got a lot of stuff. Green. So the nice thing about the way that we set this up is we said, hey, fill these up until there's this many. Fill this up with green until we have this many in the box. And if we have extra and put them in there, that's okay because they're just going to dump any extra in here, and that's fine. One thing that you can do, so when I first set these up, I mentioned, come on, you guys, get out of my way. I mentioned that there's two ways to, or a few ways to limit. So one was to just drag this and limit manually. Another way is to do a wire to say, hey, read the contents of the box and fill this up until I have 50. Now that we're starting to create a network that our robots can fly around in and see stuff in, you can now say, hey, I want you to actually connect. And if there are already red guys in the network somewhere, so for example, I had some extra and I just dumped them in a box somewhere random, but it was a yellow storage chest and it's in the network. Basically, like in all the boxes in the network that could hold these, if there's 50 because there's some somewhere else, then still don't make any more. So you can do that. You can say, hey, if in the network I've got 50 long-handed inserters somewhere, don't make any more. And now if we turn this off, it put one in, I don't know, as soon as you click it off, it gives it a split second to do it. But now it is looking in the network. It's looking in the logistics network, and it is saying, actually, I think it is L. So if we look in the network, we can say, hey, amongst all the boxes, there's 54. Like if I put these and put those in, and now I look at it, it's saying, hey, in the network, there's 102. So the robots are going to be able to pick from this, and so this won't create any more. So that's another thing to do, is to just put the same conditions and say, hey, I might be dumping stuff off in random places. If I do, I want you to go get them out of those boxes. So don't rely on these wire reading things anymore. I actually want you to look at the whole network. So it's pretty easy to do. It's basically just going back and setting the same conditions and saying, hey, whatever this was, 100, I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops, 100. And then I'm going to turn this condition off. These are where I'm toggling circuit network conditions, logistic network conditions. So I'm just turning off the circuit to say, you know what, don't worry about it. Like, in fact, I don't even know if you need the wire anymore. I don't know if you need the wire. I really don't know if you need the wire. I wonder if you just go like this and then come in and say, hey, by the way, don't do this. As long as it's less than 100, stop doing it. So now if we look in the logistics, I hit L, we have 415. So let's test it out. Let's change this to 450. And look, it's going to work. It doesn't know necessarily what it's putting into, but it's going to work. So you don't even need wires anymore. That's kind of nice. We'll just change that back to 100. So, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's put some reds in there. And look, those guys are going to start building stuff with reds. So we're going to say no, and we're going to say while this is less than 100 in the network, go ahead and do stuff. We're going to give them a place to put yellows. We got to make sure we set these filters. Otherwise, if they go out and deconstruct stuff, they'll put it in any box they can find. But here we're saying, nope, you have to only put blues here, only put yellows here. So if you're unfamiliar with these, that's how they work. This is a storage chest. The robots can go grab from it and put into it. If you don't tell them what they can put in, they'll put anything in. If you restrict it, you can say, you can only put yellows here, dude. They'll say, okay, we will only put yellows here. So that's nice. We're going to put one here, and this is for yellows. Okay, this is for reds, and 2,000, okay. All reds are less than 2,000, sweet. I keep clicking on the chest. So now we can get rid of this wire condition. Same with that. So I always set the logistic thing first and then turn it off, but it's not a big deal if you don't. Like if you come in here and say, never mind about that, it's going to insert a few until you click that. So maybe it'll just insert one or two. Okay. And then finally, we're going to put these in here. This is for tier 1 assembly machines, and this is for number 2s, and this is 100. So we'll say, okay, as long as we've got less than 100 in our, that's covered by our stuff, we should be good. So let me hurry and save the game. All right, let's make sure. Okay, so we've got all those figured out. That will give our bots something to grab onto. Okay, how far can we go? We can go here, and we'll just chuck that there. Who cares? So now our bots are going to hopefully, yep, look at our base bots. Ooh, look at them fly out. Thank you. Go fix all this. That is so great. They are missing poles. So you know what? Let's open this back up. So sorry, I kind of blurred through that. You can grab an upgrade planner, deconstruction planner, and you can stick it on your hotbar, okay? Like so. And then it actually shows up in your inventory as well. And I think, let's see. Okay, oh, that's what it is. So it shows up on your hotbar, which also means it's in your inventory and it just sticks it in there. Now you can reserve spots for certain items. If you're holding it, you middle click and it will put it in. It'll put it in that item. Then in the upgrade planner, similar with the deconstruction planner. So remember, way at the beginning, I said, hey, I just want to find big rocks. You can do the same thing. You can customize it. So if by default, if I drag this over here, it's going to want to upgrade like the tier 2s to tier 1 and all sorts of stuff. And I don't want to do that. And it might skip over power poles. So I'm going to amend this and say, oh, by the way, if I have wooden power poles, automatically upgrade them. So now if I redrag over this, it's going to fix all those power poles. Hooray. Okay. And we are not quite connected here. So let's go do this connection. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how RoboPorts work, they charge the robots, and they are also little garages for the robots. You could put repair packs in them, like you don't even have to store them in a chest. You can actually just input them directly into RoboPort. And then they are also going to provide coverage. So this RoboPort will command, and the robots in this RoboPort will be able to go anywhere in the orange and green area. You can kind of see it better on the map. Let's turn off our pollution. So this RoboPort right here is providing this area of coverage. The green is for construction robots. Construction robots will build anything within the green square. Now, the orange is for logistic robots. Logistic robots can work anywhere in the orange square. And it also allows you to tie these together so that you have connected networks. If this was off all by itself, these robots could still work within the green square, but they couldn't go and grab stuff that's not in their network. They need boxes that are in their network to grab stuff from. So that's what these guys are doing when I connect this up. So this one actually only covered to about here, but once I connected this one, now they could build here. And now they're also connected in terms of being able to grab stuff and somewhere within that network and build it or take it to another box or something like that. So that's very handy. And wait, what is this? Iron chest. We do not need iron chests. Let's get that on our hotbar. We're going to do this and turn this to green. Okay. So now we can see how starved our base is. We are not getting enough copper to help these guys. Yeah. So we are going to want to upgrade things in our base, first of all, to red, and then we want to work on building out new material sources. Okay. This box is blinking because it is outside of this network. It's saying, hey, you gave me a logistics chest, but I don't have a network that I belong to. I need a network. So we will provide you a network. We'll just drop this down here. And when we see those yellow lines, that's what we want to see when we're placing RoboPorts. You can extend these as far as you want, but it's okay to have multiple RoboPorts next to each other. That just gives them more charging space, makes it easier to do stuff. Let's make sure we have a lot of these materials set up. I'm not gonna worry about the all of those, like changing all of these right now to this because I want to get going and it's not super pertinent anyways. Signals, chain signals. This, we wanted to get those set up. Oh, there's iron chests. That's helpful. We will definitely want iron chests. So all these are blinking because they're like, hey, I don't have a logistics network to belong to and I really want to belong to one. So we will sort you guys out. All we have to do is grab this and let's actually put that. Sure. Let's get you guys sorted out. And how about right there? That looks good. Pipes. Yeah, we want them to be able to build all sorts of stuff for us. Underground pipes. Yes. Yes. When we want to do our oil cracking, this will be helpful. Maybe just set some of these up now. We definitely want them to be able to place power poles. And big power poles. Engines, no. These, sure. I don't know if we necessarily need those right now. Okay. Down here, wires. Oh, we already did most of these. Okay, so let's see. How are we going to get stuff into our base? Let's turn our pollution back on. And I really like this patch over here for iron and coal. And I like this patch for copper. So let's think about getting out and grabbing that stuff. Now, we're going to be doing it with rails. So we need to tidy up our inventory a little bit. One other thing that we're going to do, we're going to turn on this logistics and auto trash. And this lets us basically, I'm going to clear these. This lets us decide what we want on our inventory and what we want to be cleaned out. So for example, under no circumstances, at any time, do I want wood. I do not want wood in my inventory. Coal, I don't mind having one stack of coal because maybe I'll put it in some trains. Rocks, no, I do not want rocks. I do not want ore. And I do not want ore, and I do not want this. Okay, now, that's great. We can't really do anything because we don't have robots that can help us out, but that's easily accomplished by changing this and saying, you know what? We want to build some logistic robots, and that is these guys right here. So logistic robots, here we go. Logistic robots, and these basically transport items between chests and me. So if I say, I don't want any of this stuff in my inventory, and I have this stuff in my inventory, these bots will come by and say, okay, we will take that away. Maybe something like gears. I really don't care if I have like 100 gears, but I don't want more than that. So now I can set like how many I want or my max. So I could just say, you know what? I don't want you to give me any, but if I have 100, that's the most I want floating around, you know, in my inventory. Maybe the same with circuits. Like you don't need to give me some, but the most I ever want is maybe like 400, you know, just for personal crafting. So you can set these up and do this and say, you know what? This is the most that I want, so I've got a lot that I want you to get rid of. And once you do this, it's only going to keep, like, I'm only going to keep 50 coal. Now, this wants to get rid of this other stuff, but I don't have room in my trash slots. I can't remember how I get more. I think it gives me more trash slots after I research this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so this is really nice. You can kind of go along here. Same with blues. Let's say, you know what, I don't mind. I don't want you to give me any necessarily, but the most I want to have is like 300. You can do this for all these things. Sometimes if you're going off to build something big, what you really want to carry might be um, limited here. So what you can do is you can say, hey, I'm going off, I always want to have like 500 of these, but I don't care if I have as many as I want. I'll manage that on my own. So that's where you leave this side infinite and say, hey, I always want at least 100, but I don't care if I have tons more. That's fine with me. 50 infinite, sure, that's fine. Do I want any of these? No, absolutely not. I do not want yellow belts. I do not want yellow undergrounds. I don't want uh, yellow splitters. No, and I also don't want any of these wooden poles anymore because I can't automate wooden poles that well. Great, there we go. So lights, you know what? I only ever want like 100 lights, and I always want 100 lights, and that's it. So that's the other thing you can do. You can say I always want at least 100, and I don't want any more than 100. Hooray. Okay, so this logistics just finished. We can see that our trash slot increased, and it actually already pulled out um, these extra circuits and stuff. So let's go make sure that if logistic robots decide they're going to pick up my circuits, they will dump them here. Okay. These are for reds. And you can shift right click to copy and shift left click to paste, and it will paste filters like that. So any type of info that you have set up in terms of like conditions, network conditions, all of that stuff, it's copy pastable. Shift right click, shift left click. Okay, so now if we go back to this and say, okay, please start building logistic robots, it will happily do so. And now these logistic robots will immediately get to work, and they will start supplying me with what I asked. So I've said, hey, I want 100 undergrounds. I only have 69, so they are going to happily start giving me stuff. I want 50 of the splitters, and I only have 34. So they're going to work on giving me what I need, and then they're going to work on taking this stuff out of my inventory because I do not want it. Yes, look at that. Take it away. Okay, so we've got almost 450 construction robots. We've got logistic robots. We are ready to put these guys to work, and we are going to want to do some planning, and then we'll hook it up. So I think it would be nice to grab our train, and I'm thinking of pulling in more lines of resources. Maybe here for two of them, or probably two of them. Like I think we could get like all of our copper and iron in here. So for example, if we came like this and said we are going to bring this in, and let's chop this off, even though we're losing production, and we want the same thing here. Oops, there. And we want to bring that down, and that's red. And we're going to copy this. So if we can bring more iron in here and more copper in here, we kind of have room to incorporate those. So we can bring this and say, hey, yay, add this to what we're bringing in by train. But you know what? Let's prioritize these patches here. Let's run out of the stuff in our base first. So our input is going to be the right side. So our trains are going to supplement, right? And now we're going to do this close by because we want room. So we're going to do the same thing here, and we're going to say, hey, we might have 2-ish red belts coming in from our current mines. So again, we're going to give that the input priority here. And then we can now do something similar for these copper ones. If we chop those a bit, and maybe let's put copper here. Yeah, that'll work. So copy paste array. Let's grab these again because we want to jump over this. Okay, now we can say here was one of our coppers, and here was another one. Obviously we don't use yellows anymore. So this is going to come in, this is going to come in, this is going to come in, and go like this. So we basically want to duplicate what's going on here. We just have a little bit of a different situation with where the belts are actually coming in at. So let's see, how do we do this? Let me get rid of these. Just go like that. Go fix those. Hooray. We have this one and this one. So we can go like this. Let's see. I'm actually going to, I think, go... Oof. If I do this, then it can... Oh, I know what I can do. I can just say output on the left, plates. That means it will never put plates right here. Haha, okay. That works. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to do that because I think if I do that, I can do something like this. It's ugly, but it works. Oh, maybe I don't even need to do that. Okay, so this is going to come down this side, and this, oh, sorry, scratch that. Okay, this top one's going to come down this side, and this one is just going to come down this side. There we go. Okay. Let's get this rotated right. Down, 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 and connect, connect. Okay, so these are all coming in, but we want them to tie into the existing copper. So we're going to bring this and say, hey, give priority to our existing base and let that go. And the same thing with this. We're going to say our input priority left. Like let our existing base fill stuff in, and the stuff that we're doing out here is going to supplement what we do. Okay. So you can see those robots turned away because I am outside of the logistic network. They were heading towards me to grab stuff because I've got stuff to get rid of, but then I stepped out of the network. So once I step back in, bloop, now they can see me. They're like, oh, you're in our network. We can deal with you. Otherwise, we're not dealing with you. So that's nice. Let's extend this up here. And okay, so we are going to we're going to get rid of all this, and we're going to let bots do it because I don't want to do it. And they are going to fill up chests. So let's give them just groups of chests around the map that they can put anything they want in, just in case. And let's figure out how we are going to get iron and copper into here. And this is not iron ore. This is belts that we want coming in. Yes. Oops. Oh, look at that. Messed up. Fine. You could also say, oops, I messed up. Okay, just deconstruct that. Copy. Whatever. I think I'm running out. I think you can also cancel deconstruction by, if you grab the deconstruction planner and hold shift, it will undo deconstruction that you've already like scheduled. So that's nice. Okay, so let's plan out how we're going to bring in all these resources. At the very least, basically what we're going to do is we're going to bring in trains of ore, raw ore, and we're going to smelt the heck out of it. And we're probably going to need to bring copper in or coal in on this side as well. But we could get around that. We could have coal come through here, but you know what? We might as well just have coal come in, and then we'll figure out a way to get coal on the bus as well, because we're going to want lanes of coal, and maybe it involves moving this light or this pole somewhere else so that we can say, hey, we want lanes of coal coming in somehow. Maybe it even needs to be down here, which isn't necessarily the prettiest, but we want coal coming in here. The only drawback I could see to that possibly is that we also want to get steel in here and bricks and stone. So it's like, okay, how do we get all of that in? We've got stone up here, so it makes sense to bring it in on this side. We kind of limited what we can do right here with this stuff. But we'll figure it out. Let's at least plan on, let's see, what else could we do? You know, we have this right here, and it's kind of arbitrary. Like, it really is. Like, we don't necessarily have to keep this walkway here. We can rearrange stuff so that we can get everything in. You know. Anyways, look at these guys. They are wanting to charge, I guess. Wonder if we like put another RoboPort nearby. and say, hey, you guys, you can charge over there. That's fine. Okay, so what do we need to bring in materials? We do need miners because we're going to go out and get miners. And where were these supposed to go? Over here. Sorry, I'm going to go dump these off. These are supposed to be in my battery build. Oh, look at all this stuff we've got. We've got lots of laser turrets, and we've got all those. That's crazy. That's awesome, though. Okay, so we're going to need miners, and we're going to need um, power poles. You know what? Please keep me supplied with power poles. I want at least 100 at all times, and I want at least 50 of those at all times. Thank you. Um, and then we are going to need a lot of these. Lots of belts. A buttload of inserters, which we've got saved up here, so that's good. We'll need all of those. And we're going to need rails and all those. So let's take... Oops, what's going on? Rails, signals, 2 of those. Some of those. Let's save our game quick. Okay, saved game. Actually had to take a little break, so we're back at it. We've got stuff for trains, stuff for outposting, kind of. Probably. And these guys are working to give me what I need. That is the wrong one. We want these 50. Max of 100. That's fine. Okay. So our goal now is to not just bring these resources in, just and all of these actually, but to do it in a way that we can duplicate, or you could duplicate if you want to build even bigger bases. We can see that we are missing, let's see, we're missing iron here for sure. We are out of blues. Okay, we're actually going to need, I didn't look at my inserters. We're going to need a lot of those. Let's see if we can get rid of stuff. Don't need that. Don't need these right now. And hopefully those will end up here. Yep, there we go. I just want some room for greens. 120. All right. Okay, so let's try and plan this out. One more thing to do is to do this with our stone bricks, and then our bots will be able to build paths for us. Yeah, okay. Okay, robots. Just work for us. Okay, so let's start with what's going to be coming out, which is we want 4 lanes of copper coming out. So we need 4 smelting arrays of copper. And Before we do that, we could say let's go grab, one of these and use these as a template. That'd be a good idea. But we can do it a little bit more efficiently now that we've got different power poles. So, but we could start with this, or we could just like design it on our own. One thing that we haven't done is upgrade all of this, but that's really only enough for two red belts ish. So there's one, and there's kind of two. This isn't even like a legitimate steel smelter, because if you look at this, this isn't even getting used. So we're going to address that as well. So we could upgrade these all, but we'll do that as a second priority. Let's just go and take care of this. Okay, so I think the first thing that I think we should do is make sure that we've got, oh, look at all this. It's still just chugging away, which we don't need. Goodbye. Okay, let's bring in what we're going to need first to even do all this smelting is coal, but we need to determine exactly how far up we need to make this. So if we've got belts running through here, and we've got steel, and we've also got stone bricks and maybe stone, then we can say this is our boundary right here. We're not going to go any lower than this. Now for a smelting stack, I'm going to turn off my robots, except I think I'm in coverage. So, you know what, that's fine. We'll keep them on. We're going to stick with 24. That was very lucky. So we're going to stick with our stain design. Of 24 with inputs on the outside. Okay. And these inputs are coming from, let's see, I think I might do this a little bit different. If we have, let's say we have coal coming all the way like this, I want to maybe make it a little bit easier to get it in like this. Before I was having like an extra set of undergrounds, but I'm fine with having space like this. All right, and then if we let's see how far these power poles can reach. Luckily, they can reach both sides. So if I go there, I can put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now if I copy this for the next one, is that how far these stretch normally? So they do stretch a little bit further, but so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just need that. There and there, and it's done. And now I can't just rotate it because it won't keep the belts, but I can mirror it left to right by hitting F and flipping it. And should we leave the poles right there? Sure, who cares? It covers them. Okay, so there's one. That's actually probably fine to put that there. It's probably fine to put that there. Okay, so then we're going to want 2, 3, 4. Nice. And let's bring this over here and get the base spots helping. Let's power this up. And let's bring some more power as well. We can fiddle with this later till we get it in the right spot. Sure. Look at those guys helping us out. Hopefully that's the right spot. Okay, so this is going to be our copper. So we're going to need coal to be coming in here. And we'll get to that. We're going to... Why am I chopping trees? Just why? Why am I chopping trees? Okay. So we want these coming out of some type of splitter. If we grab a 4x4 from here and line it up, something like this, that's fine. And now we'll upgrade it, and we'll go like this. Okay, so this is where our raw ore is going to come in. It's going to come down here. We're going to have coal coming in from the side, and that coal is going to go like all the way down and power all of this smelting. Okay, and then we're going to have these outputs coming out. Oh wait, sorry, that doesn't need to go that far. It just needs to come from that one. Oops. Okay. Okay, so these will all go meet up here. And once we put them in here, we have a splitter. So we don't need to put a splitter in between. So we're just going to make sure that this goes like that. Okay. Oh, let's give you guys another RoboPort to charge with. How about that? And how about we just go up here and put one up here too? Okay. Now we want to actually unload this off of like a train. So let's throw like a rail out here. Now we know about rails, we know about unloading and loading oil, so now we're going to look at unloading and loading. Oh, please tell me I didn't forget to grab those. I didn't have enough room, so let's go grab some more. Sorry about that. It's a good thing we run a little bit quicker. And we'll just run across this. I forgot to get train stops. And I don't even think I grabbed engines. And let's grab 12 of those. About that. Okay. I think that's it. Blues. Do I want blues? Do I need blues? I don't think I need blues. Okay. Yellows and greens, basically. See if we can do this in the next 10 minutes. Okay, so if we put our train stop down, we can see roughly where the wagons are going to be. And that actually looks like a great spot because then our wagons are like pretty lined up in the middle here. Okay, and we know that we need to put a rail signal after this. Well, we could probably, let's see. Okay, and that will be going back into like, you know, the train network. And if we go this way, so those are our signals so that we can have a train in here. Now, we're going to use a similar loading and unloading to this where we've got like extra space for trains to stop. That's fine. And we want to keep this, 2 tiles apart. 1, 2, connect. Great. And wouldn't it be great if we could copy that and have our bots build it? Yes, it would. Oops, we don't need that part though. Okay. And we need rail signals coming out because we don't have enough room for a full train. Rail signals there, and we can have, that puts our train right around here. And chain signal going in. Oh, hey guys, let me vacuum you up. Okay. I don't know why, oh, that's why the base bots are coming. They're like, wait for us. Okay. They want to build stuff. Okay, so this is where our trains will come in. And we will call this copper ore that is coming in to get smelted. Okay, now we want to unload. So the first thing we want to do is just unload onto a chest. And we're going to go like this. We're going to need a bunch of chests. And then we're going to unload those onto splitters. Now, what we'll see when this happens is we can show if we were to take these and just go like this and then load these into boxes. What we want to do is basically unload all of these chests evenly. And this should accomplish that. So we can see we've got 36, 40, 44. They're basically equal. Out, not out, not out. And that's because these are grabbing unequally. So if we were to change that and say, okay, wait, let's output or take from both sides of the belt, they would unload evenly. So this structure will actually unload all of these evenly onto these belts, and we can combine them and then route them over here. So we can go well, we can go like this and split them like that. And copy and paste this now. So what we're doing is just trying to quickly unload everything off the train into a chest. And if the chests fill up before stuff's used, that's fine. Then we have this nice buffer of stuff to use. And now I think I'll do this one here. This one like this. And that's going to unload copper right here. Hooray. Okay, so now that we know where this is, roughly, we're going to copy this whole thing. And we're going to see if we can fit it in here, which Ooh, we barely can. Oh, we barely can. Go away. Okay, let's... I hit Control V, and that brought up the last thing that I was using. So, okay, this is for coal, and it is not necessarily in the best spot, but we're going to put it right there. And when it gets here, we're going to go like this and give ourselves... You know what? Let's actually just give ourselves 4-ish lanes. We will take 2 and run them over here and make sure we've got enough for smelting, just in case. Okay. And we'll take the other 2 and run these to our base. And figure out how to get them in. Probably down here. So we'll just kind of go that far. Okay. So we can run this along here, and if we find that we're not getting enough coal to our smelters, we can fix that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to change this because we don't want this to be copper, and we're just going to say coal to our factories. Sure. Oops, okay, coal to our this. Okay, so this is where coal is going to come in. And actually, I'll tell you what we can do with this one line. We can use this to fuel our trains. So this will be, this will fuel our trains. How about that? Sweet. Okay. That was not planned. I usually forget about that, and I have to like figure it out last minute. So, um, I'll leave this so we can see what's going on here. Okay, so we have a coal train, and we've got bots to remove that for us. And it's very likely that we might run out of rails. We might have to go stock up, but okay, now that we have these 2, we actually want to tap into a line of trains that can go here and then use this that we've already got to get down here, and we might as well just, you know, we could come over here, and we could do both actually. Why don't we do that? Why don't we tap into this right here? Okay, so because that's kind of closer to the other ones, we won't have to run rails quite as far. Okay, so I believe in our game blueprints we created this roundabout, so we're going to put this in right here. And we're going to put it in here as well. Okay, and we're going to make sure we've got power. Okay, and let's copy that same power pattern here. And now we can just connect these. Now, there's not enough room for a train between those, so this needs to be changed to rail signals, and so does this one, because this space in between won't fit a full train. Yeah, look, we've actually got these two right by each other, so let's go that way. Oops, we need something like this. So we are now going to bust our way through here. And that's probably far enough. I don't think we need a fancy intersection here. We just need to turn the corner and make sure that this gets there too, like that. We don't have enough bots and they're not fast enough to build all this, but we're gonna kind of outline where we're going here. And then, you know, we could run slower and swap all of these out for more roboports. That might be nice, and just have more bots to do our bidding. Because look how slow these guys are. They're just like, wait for us. We just can't control that many. So maybe let's do that before we get too much further, because it would be nice to have more bots helping us out. Research, anything we can research? Lab speed would be nice. 2 lab speeds, I guess. Inserter bonus. Train speed, or well, braking force, which means the trains can go faster. Let's do that at least. Yeah, I don't need as much speed running around as I'd like to have more robots. That gives us enough for 60 robots. So we're definitely very slow, but we just need to find some construction bots. They're probably all up here. Yeah, so we've got, we had enough for 20, so now we have enough for 60 more. That's 50. Half stack. 50. I'm going to have 20 coming back, so I don't need those, right? I don't even know where my guys are. They are coming back right here. There's a few of them. Stuck. Okay. We've got 50, so we should probably have 10 coming back, so that'll work. Okay. I think we have some stuck up here, though. Like, they don't know what to do. What are they stuck with? Not sure. Interesting. Okay, so we have 53, and we've got these guys as well. So, hey guys, we'll right-click you and pick you up. You guys too. Okay, so we'll slowly make our way up here. And we'll bring power with us as we go. That's a little bit better. Up there. there. Yeah, my running speed. They almost keep up with my running speed. Now that we've got a couple of those segments, we can basically copy it and then just make our way over here. Definitely not the most efficient way. I'm not sure what these guys are doing here. They're waiting for somebody to chop down trees so they can place their rail and be done. So somebody's assigned to do this. Somebody got queued up to do this. And this guy is waiting for that robot to go do it. And the robot's just taking their sweet time. That's why they get stuck like that. Okay. Look how slow these guys are. I will vacuum you up with my right click so you can get back to it. I don't even think we have... Yeah, we don't really have power connected, so somewhere along the line there's some power that wasn't connected. Now we're definitely not going through the easiest places on the map, but that's okay. We are going to keep going through the wilds. Can't see my other pole. Can see that one. Oh, it's right here. Oh, we're almost out of the woods, literally. Okay, so now we're actually getting close to where we need to be for these resource patches. So I'm going to let the bots just kind of come back to me for a minute. Okay, they're almost all here. So now what we want to do is think about how we're going to structure our mining and our loading and our unloading. And we really don't need to get too complicated. I've done some like fancy splitters and loading before, but we don't really need to get crazy complicated. We have 4 guys unloading, so we can just have 4 guys loading, and that's what we'll do here. So first thing we want to do is clear out these trees, probably these ones as well, and get some mining going. Okay, I can't remember if we saved a basic like patch, but maybe we'll save one since we've got this here. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I didn't pay attention at all. This did not line up at all. The arrows need to line up so that our belts work. Okay, and then we're going to put power poles. Just drag them their full distance and it works. Then we're going to drag a belt and it will automatically put the undergrounds and they'll be going in the right direction. Now we're going to copy this and paste and paste, paste. And I'm starting to get dragged away. Paste and paste. Don't need some of these. Don't need this. Need that one. Don't need those. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 belts coming in. And we want to combine those to 4. So we're going to turn this way and this way. And connect these up. Okay, and now we want to put that from 6 belts to 4 belts. So we'll put this belt balancer here, and we will upgrade it to red, and our bots will build it for us accurately. Looks like we still need to give them time to build this over here. Probably going to need to use our car and scout this area too. Okay, let's get up here, give you guys a chance to build. And that's good. Okay, now we're going to load this onto a train. So our basic design is going to be very similar. We want to come out here and we basically want to split this into something that robots can pick up. Now let's see where we can place our rails. If we put them here, that's not exactly right. So we need to move this right there. And we'll put some chests. And we want to, we'll copy that in a minute. Okay, so if we put a stop, we want to have 1, 2. So this needs to go a little bit further down because this is the 3rd belt, which means it needs to fill the second to last train. So we can see with our train system that we're kind of on the edge. So if we put this, let's put it like this, we can adjust these up 1 from here to here. And then when we put our power poles down, they'll line up. Okay. So this was pretty close. We want this to go up here. We're going to copy this. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll just get our belts into all of those. Something like that. Okay, and we'll do the same thing here with a rail signal and a rail signal. And we're going to call this station something easier to conceptualize, which is ore and mining. Boom. Oh, look at this guy. You're a trooper. I don't want any more wood in my inventory. I've got enough. Okay. Now, we are actually heading down straight. So what we can do, I believe, if we have rails that are going like this, and we have a rail that's going something like this, I believe. Let's make sure there's enough room for this. If we put our trusty chain signals here, so this one, we can basically use this line and hook into this like that, and we'll have enough room. So this is chain signal going in, and we can see from these chain signals that the actual can go like this. Now, if we had gone down one more, these could be side by side, but that's okay. We've got enough room for these guys to go in and camp out and wait their turn. Okay. And now we can bring this down here, and we are definitely running out of rails. We're going to have to get some more. And in this spot, we'll actually take this out for a minute, and we'll put in our roundabout. And oh, look at that. We did this wrong. Too wide. You know, since we're going to fix it, we might as well fix it. Okay. So we want 1, 2, and a rail. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Is that going to work? Because we need this. We actually need this one to be the one that we peel off of. That's right. Like this. It's that bottom one that's kind of defining where we're at. So now we just need to hook this one up to there. And these can go to the first spot that match. That looks better. This is just aesthetics. I'm just making it so that there's enough room right here for these guys to park so we can put a rail signal. Chain going in, always got to do that. And then this can come down and go to where we're building our this. Okay, so these line up here, and then this lines up there. And we are out of rails. We also need our power too. We'll let that go here. Oops. I'm gonna hold it and run. Get all the way up here until I connect with these guys. Okay. So there's our little copper outpost. We don't have power to it, and we don't have enough rails to finish it. So we are going to grab all of our robots And we're going to put our legs back in so we can get back a little bit faster. And yeah, that's fine. Do what you need to do. I mainly want to get the power connected, so. And then, yep, still no power. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it should be powered up. Do we have any brakes? Oh, we're just not connected here. That's okay, because we're probably going to drive the car back and take out any nearby biters. So I'd rather do that. Okay, so we know we have power. We're just missing rails. So we're going to go grab, we've got 209 miners. That's probably enough. But boy, we need to build more miners. Okay. So my robots are going to want to come top me off, which is fine. Go ahead. In the meantime, I'm going to grab, I actually grabbed 4. I want 6. And I grabbed 12, I think. Oh, I grabbed 17. I want 24, so 5, 10, and half a stack. Yeah, okay. Give me all the rails. And yeah, I did not build miners. I need to build miners. I might do that here. Hey, put lights here if you can. And I'm going to change this to miners. And you need, what are you missing? Gears? All right, you can have them from here. And I'm going to make you be miners. And please fill up miners. And go until in my logistics network, I've got at least maybe 250 per patch. Some of these patches might be big. I don't know. So, yeah. Okay, so we've got, I think we've got enough rails and stuff. We've got trains. We've got a little bit of coal. We do need some more belts. And I think we've got enough power poles and big power poles. So where is our car? In our garage. Let's go get our car. And it's got stuff. We can grab some more grenades. Oh, and we are full. Let's actually, we can put some stuff in our car. Free up some space. We don't need this. I'm going to turn off my RoboPort. I've got all my robots, so actually, yeah. Oops, I did not mean to push enter. I know you want to help me out, logistic robots, but I want to go build stuff. So I'm gonna say goodbye. And I'm gonna drive along this track. And I'm hoping that I can get through. And maybe not. And you guys can maybe fill in the rest of this stuff for me. Thank you. Probably not going to get through all of this. And one thing I forgot to mention, every so often, place some of these. Otherwise, you just get these super huge long, you get these really long sections of track and with no way for stuff to like move in between because somebody's in the track. Like somebody would have to wait for a train to go from here all the way to here before this track is open for another train. So you want to create some sections like that where they can go through, if that makes sense. So every so often you can just come in and just put like a rail signal. And ideally you have like a template that you do that with. I wonder if I can pick up this car. I don't think I can. I might have to like drive around this forest after I fill in. Make sure this stuff's filled in. You can see they're building it out. Well, that's good. Okay, come back to me, minions. I'm gonna go get my car. I like these scenic drives through the forest. Maybe not that way. This is a honking big forest. We'll just blast a path through here. Hopefully not too much damage to our car. Our bots want to help us out. Okay. All right, we're getting back into it here. Okay, here we go. Fix my car while you're at it. Okay. It looks like our train's pretty filled in. So how do we tell? Well, guess what? We can just drop an engine down here, put some coal in it, and say, dude, can you like go to any of these spots? And the way that you can check is you hit control and it will let you temporarily send that train to a spot. So for example, if we say go to here and it does, then that means our trains are connected all the way to here. So that's a good sign. And if you want to, you can, hop in the train and ride it. Just press enter like you do with your car. So this train should be showing up. Yep, nice. Great. Thank you, train. I think I've got robots that are lost. The way that you can see that is you can go on the map and you can toggle your robots right here. So if they're out here flying, yeah, they got lost. They tried to follow me through this forest, but they're on their way back. That's okay. Okay, so this is going. This is ready to go. Let's hook this up. Let's hook this up. So these are going to mine. They're going to fill up the train, and the train is going to take the ore back to our base as long as this is all complete, which I think it is. Okay, so, and of course we're going to start polluting, but we've got some forest around us. Nice. Okay, so let's take advantage of this. Let's get some trains going here. So we're going to do 1 locomotive and 4 wagons. And now we're going to automate this train. We're going to give it a half a stack of fuel. And we're going to say, listen, train, we want you to go back and forth between these stations. So we want you to come to the ore station, the mining station, and stay until your cargo is full, and then you'll leave. You can add other conditions if you want to. And then it's going to leave. And the next place it's going to go is to the base and say, go there and you can leave when you're empty. Okay? And it says, okay, I'll do that. And then we'll say, you know what, we want some more of you guys, like just like ready to go here. So we're going to do 2 more trains. And we can use the settings. So let's give these guys some fuel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can copy the settings for this train and paste them here, just like we do with boxes and factories. Shift, right click, and then if you're quiet, you can hear when I shift left click. It's really soft, but now if we click on these, they have the same like instructions. So they won't do anything now until we actually turn them on. So full, full, full. So this is full. So when we turn this on, it's going to head to the base. And indeed, we can see it has made a path to this where it's going to start depositing that ore. And once it's out of the way, these ones will come in. We just have to turn them on too. Turn on. This one, when we turn it on, it's basically just stopped right here. So it wants to go here, but it can't yet because this one's filling up. If we hover over the train or click on it, we can see the argument getting full, or basically saying, hey, once this green bar goes all the way, I'm done. It's like, good, that's what we want. Okay, so obviously we're not quite cranking out 4 full belts, but it's a start, and we can also basically duplicate this down here and have like 6 trains vying to come in and just keep this place completely stocked full of copper. I never put enough radars by my stuff. I'm going to do that right in the middle. Boing. Okay, we are going to start polluting. Let's take a drive over there and see what's going on and see if we need to clear anything out. Where'd my car go? Oh, I passed it. And we'll actually load up our combat stuff in case we need to take out biters. So that first train's back. Dumped off its stuff. Yeah, we're gonna start polluting in these nether regions. So rather than set up perimeters around our stuff, since we're in rail world where they don't expand, we're just gonna take out stuff that's close to the pollution cloud. And if we see that it's bigger, we'll just go, and it should kind of reach an equilibrium, I think, based on how much we're consuming. So, oh, yep, look at that. Look how close we are. Let's just do bullets and lasers, see if we can take them out. Yes, we can. Looks like we got a nest up there. We just missed it with our fog of war. But we'll come over here because we're going to tap into this coal. I'll just creep down a little more. Okay, so we got some forest around the coal. So now, you know what? We just want to duplicate what we did with this coal mine. We basically want to plop down everything that we did here with the coal, and the only thing we really want to change is the name of the station. So let's see if this will fit. And we need to hopefully get our miners right close to the edge. We're really close. And if we're worried about that, we can flip it. Oh, you can't flip with rails. Look how close we are. We can almost do it. We can rotate it, but okay, so let's see. Can we really not do this? We could do something like this. I'm trying to just line up the bottom miners here. We could do something like this. Let's see. Oh, we could just go like this. Put it up here. And then that's kind of gives us some room. Yeah, we could do this. Let's do that. Okay, we're going to try and get on all of those. And we should probably put our robots back so they can start building that. Okay, we're going to get rid of this. This will look a little bit different because once we come out of this, we are going to go straight down. And we are going to, we're going to put our blueprint down here. We're going to line it up there and line it up there and bring this right here. And we're going to bring these guys up here. And this is basically just going to go straight into there. And we're going to copy this and just bring it up like that. I have no idea what my bots are doing. What are my bots doing? Where are they even at? Come on, guys. It's taking you so long. You need new assignments. Okay, go get new assignments. I'll help you build. I can do power. I can do miners. Anything that's not, hard to do. I'm just giving you guys a helping hand until I can get faster robots and more robots. I guess I could open this up and take you guys out and put my roboboards back. That would probably help speed things up, even though I move slower. That's okay. Don't need that. We need to extend this down and down to catch those. We'll save these because they're pricey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Build, minions, build. How's our pollution doing? That's kind of... Uh-oh, this guy ran out of fuel. It's because we don't have any fuel. That's all right. We'll be able to grab some. Let's bring power to this from here. Okay. Not quite powered yet. Oh, these guys are slow. We don't need these. Don't need those. Can save those. That is touching that. This one, no. So, I wish you could give the robots like a build order, so you could say, "Hey, build all the power poles first," or not, like prioritize them at least, and then you could like do the belt dragging or something and help them out. Yeah, I don't need that. They're getting there. We're getting there. Any more? I guess I can just start queuing up all of these ones that I haven't done yet. Yeah, I still can't build those because of those dumb trees. I'll just let the robots handle that. Getting pretty close to the 2-hour mark. This wasn't supposed to be such a long video, but we kind of tackled two things at once. We did the loading stations and the unloading stations, so I want to get some power because I want to grab some coal. I need to get that going. Let's get that hooked up. That's kind of more urgent, I feel. That doesn't feel like the same. Not sure why. Okay. Okay. Build faster, minions. Still don't have power to the coal. That will be remedied by that. Okay. So these will fill up, and we can just grab some. Sheesh. What's still left? This guy's waiting for somebody to chop down that tree. Train's out of fuel. Where are all these guys? They are just so slow. It's interesting how. So we're going to, we have a bunch of fuel now, so we'll go fill these trains up. Hop a ride. All right, you. Here you go. Full stack. And you're going to need some too. You're going to run out too. Full stack. There you go. Where's the other one? Does it run out? Yes, it has. Well, we'll be joining you shortly, so don't worry. Because we're going to hop on a coal train and get back to the base. As long as we can fit our car. Hey guys, you guys are so slow. I'm going to right click you and drag you with me. Get all this filled. What are we still missing? It's just small pieces. This needs a chain signal going in. Okay. That's filling up. I think we're actually getting there. We can see we've got, do we have all of them going? I think we have all of them going. Holy Moses. Okay, that's all right. And this should be the final thing, I think. Yeah, okay. Okay, come to me, charge. I'll just suck you up. Okay, now we have our coal train and we have our copper train. Let's just make sure all of these are, there's no place where it's backing up. They're mining away. Plenty of power. So we can see that we're not, we don't have 4 full lines going in, but it's not the biggest coal patch. So I think, that one's not that big either. The further out we go, the bigger we'll get some, but all right. We're going to set up our coal trains. There you go. And let's see. I'm just going to fill you up. I'm going to give you those. And I want you. Oh, we need to pick this station name here. This is not a copper train. We got to delete that. This is coal mining. So we are going to call you coal and miner. Okay. So this train, we want you to come to the coal mining until you are full. And then we want you to go to the coal dump off until you are empty. And we want to copy you. So we're going to put our other trains here. And we're going to do shift right click and shift left click. We can see that we copied these guys. And we can even turn them on if we give them some fuel. Turn them on, and they'll stop because they gotta wait at the station. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we can do some more research. Tier 2 modules would be nice. Faster trains. And rocket fuel. Just whatever. Okay, you guys are ready to go. And you are too. Let's turn you on. And let's go with you. Full cargo. We should have a full cargo. Oh, no path. What does that mean? Well, let's look. If we take him and say, hey, can you come to these spots? Look, we can't get here. That's where the break is. So we'll go inside and we'll say, all right, we can't go there, but let's go this far. And he says, okay, I'll go that far. And when we did that, it added this temporary stop. And we're going to just get rid of that stop. And we're going to drive up. Man, so watch what happens with this spot. He's going to place this, and we should now be able to go to our base. Yep. Okay. So now we're just going to go back to automatic and go for a ride. The coal hovering on the trees. Oh, look at that. Look at those full red belts coming out. Look at these smelters all ready to go. Let the smelting begin. Yes. Okay, so I think we'll have these come in right here. And I think they'll be able to go, especially if we say these are plates. Let's just copy all this. Okay, so we are going to have coal come over here. And that's the top one, so it will go down this way. And then we'll have this go like that. Yeah, we'll kind of figure this out here. Okay. And oh, you now want red, or yellow, I mean. Input priority, the left. Okay. And we'll figure out steel. Well, we shouldn't ignore steel here. The steel's going to come this way. This way we're going to say, hey, output priority left, coal. Then we can put well, something like this. Let's see. We might have to bring, this will be our steel. Steel. And this will be our other steel. How far can we go? Very ugly, but it works. And the input will be the right. Okay. The only thing then left would be to bring in bricks, which we could probably do if we tweak this a little bit, but that may necessitate just bringing them down further a little bit and maybe doing something like this so we just have some more room, because we really just need to get stone and bricks in here. And those, I mean, this might even be enough if we look at our stone miner. I don't know. I don't think we need more than that. So those will be as needed. Okay, so yeah, let's bring this here. Wow, look at our copper. It's jam-packed. That is so cool. Okay, it looks like we've got something going on here. Oh, no, we don't. These just got used up because they got completely smelted. So we do need to do a splitter along here, so that these get used up evenly before they, or if something's really drying a lot, this will still empty out all the way. Yeah. And this guy's out of fuel. Sorry about that. There you go. Now when these guys come in to unload, This guy is going to top them off with fuel. Yeah. So I'm curious as to what these guys are doing. We didn't turn them on. I swore we turned those guys on. Because how else would they have gone to the actual stop? I don't know. Yeah, he's on. He's on. Okay. We just need a train to come back so we can, ride back. Get our car. We'll just hang out here. Wait for these guys to come back. Well, that is exciting. That was about 2 hours to get that all put together, but hopefully you understood what went on. We set up some smelting columns to kind of give us a guide of where we needed to put our trains. And then we set up, I'm going to just turn this off because I want to write it back. We set up offloading stations and sent some of this coal over here to power our trains and to feed this if it, gets low, but we're going to have so much coal, I don't think we'll worry about it. And we routed this back into our base, which now we should have plenty of copper. Yep. Okay, fine. Oh, what is going on here? Holy cow, that is a mess. Where did we go wrong? We went wrong because we routed the copper on the wrong line. How about that? That is a huge mess. Holy cow. Can we fix it? Yes, we can if we go and make sure we start grabbing all this copper. Oh my gosh, that was a mistake. We get to fix it now. We're going to have bottlenecks because we've got all this copper. That's really funny. Okay, so how do we fix it on this end at least? Well, for the beginning, we want to go like this and route this down here. Same with this. We want to route this down here. And route this down here. That's really funny. I didn't even not think about it. Hopefully you caught that while I did that. Okay. I'm going to say, well, what do we do with this? Well, let's just have this go this way, and let's put in a splitter and give it input priority on the right. And then let's turn this direction and say, you know what, just go back the other way. Go back the other way until you're all used up, please. And we'll do the same thing with you. Say, hey, wait, I messed up. Go back. Go back here and come this way and fill this guy up first. And, we might just have a lot of copper plates. Actually, 1, 2. You're supposed to go here. That is so funny. We're going to have so many problems in our base because of that. That's okay, though. That's pretty funny. Input priority right. That's really funny. And sad at the same time. I'm very sad, but no. We don't have too much complexity in our base that it's like the worst thing in the world. In fact, it's already like starting to like fix itself, to drain away. Actually, we don't even need to switch those or take those off because we still need those for iron. We just want to empty them out. And then go stop all of this stuff up here. Yes, come to me. Copper belts. Is there any copper left in here? Okay, what do we do with this copper? We just go fill these up. And the same with the iron, we just fill these up. And fill you guys up. And that's good. Let's go do it again. Let's try and get this copper cleaned off wherever it's at. Wherever we see copper coming down. That's good. Got copper clogging this up. Really, if we just stand in one place and we should be able to like force all of the copper to come in one spot, at least a lot of it, like we're doing here. So until we just have clear belts of iron, we'll just drain that. And so that looks like it's drained that way. So we're clear, we're clean up here, we're clean up here. What's using it down here? So again, if we just stand here and pull stuff, did we get copper clear down here? I mean, the worst thing that could happen is that we get copper coming down here and stopping our fuel production. That would be really bad. Let's put our legs back in, but we've got plenty of fuel. We're never going to run out. It's ridiculous how OP nuclear power is. Okay. I'm guessing that it's going to have caused some havoc, yeah, along here. Let's go over here. I don't... Let's just make sure we're not picking up any more iron. Or any more copper. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. We're gonna help you out here. We'll clean you out. So there was that one. This one. We might have some hangers on somewhere, but I think we got it cleaned out, so that was good. How close are we? Oof, getting close. Getting close. Okay, so there's the episode. Whew, that was a big deal. Let's go recap what we did. And, man, try and dump off some of these if we can. Same with the copper. I do not want copper cables. Okay. Sure, go ahead. Be green. Okay. Well, we definitely have enough copper available, but okay, so let's look at what we did. Not counting our mistake. It's almost out. I think it is probably just um, go like that now. And same here. I really just want the undergrounds back. We will be using these for like uh, iron, so who cares? We'll just reorient them. Okay, so we defined where our bottom or the limit of our expansion was. Like we can't build below these belts. So we said, all right, well we'll just start setting up our stacks here. So we set up our copper smelting arrays. We're using steel furnaces because steel furnaces 48 will clear out and fill red belts. So there we go. We used the updated design because now we have these power poles which can uh, power a lot more. And then yeah, and then we loaded or we designed this so that the train could bring it in and unload it. And I always just use this design. I've seen videos on it as well. At least before the expansion, you can if you load right here, it will load on both sides, and so it will evenly like saturate this belt. Okay. Um, and it kind of fills in its own gaps. And if you've got four of these all working together, like you're just totally going to fill this up. We put in rails, a train stop with some extra capacity. We gave it a name that's easy to fiddle with and identify. And we told our trains to basically go back and forth between the mining and the dropping off by addressing the stops with their names and then telling it when to stop and when to go back. So that was fine. Um, what's going on with this? Oh, we turned him off. That's why he's waiting for us. And we wanted to hook up our rail system so that everybody can access the same rails. So we use these nice roundabouts to navigate. You could build intersections if you want. That's totally fine. I think if you use roundabouts at some point, like they don't work as well. I've heard, but I never get to that point. I'm not mega basing, so I don't care. I like the look. I think they look good. Oh, whoops! This is not. This is copper. We don't want to come here. Then we came out here to some resource patches, and we basically set up. Uh, we'll hop off here and let you do your thing. We'll just turn you on. Go, be free. We set up some mining, basic mining, and the idea is to take as many belts as you've got and use a balancer to get them down to 4, and then just use some simple splitters to load up these chests. These chests are then going to easily load up um, the train. And same thing here, the stop. We've got capacity for trains to wait, and there you go. And we took some precautions to say, hey, if we are going to be doing this, we need to check on our neighbors because you can see that these are expanding. So that's just something that I'm always doing is going out and fighting biters. But that's okay because we have a laser car. I mean, we have lasers and we have a car, so laser car. And the goal will be to just clear out any nests that are close enough that this ever becomes a problem. Now, we just turned on 4 new smelting arrays right here, and we're probably going, we're not probably, but we are going to be adding the same thing for iron and probably the same size for steel and then maybe stone. We might even double the steel because it takes, I think it would take 10 of these stacks to get 2 red belts of steel. I think if we do 8, we can combine with what we're getting out of here and be close enough. But our pollution is going to spread, so we're going to be proactive and just, take people out after we save the game. And that way we won't be like super far away when somebody decides that they're going to attack our miners. We could easily start producing lots of lasers and just make like a little laser fence around each one if we wanted to. But that's just a temporary solution, and we'll just continually be getting attacks. We'd have to set up a way to repair those with robots and stuff like that, which, again, that's fine. You can totally do that. I would just rather just clear these out with our laser power. So, okay, now this is a bigger nest. We might be biting off more than we can chew here, but we can just kind of nibble at the edges, drop grenades behind us. Oh, but these guys are tough. You can see how badly these guys are hammering us. Our car is almost gone. I think it's because we're running into medium worm. Medium worm. Do we have any big worms? I don't know. There's just a lot more. The enemies get tougher the further out you get. So, and sometimes if you're not careful with grenades, you grenade yourself in your car, and that actually is not good. Your car can't withstand that. Okay. Goodbye. Ooh, look, there's another copper patch right there. Okay, that gives us some space there. Let's go up above. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I like the car because it's speedy. But it's not the strongest vehicle in the game by any means. So, okay, we're getting worse a little bit above our spots. So let's go check that out. Or at least, yeah, starting to creep up there. I'm still in the green, barely, so I won't heal yet. Oh, it looks like they've got trees. Yeah. We are going to need to go probably down here as well, but we'll take out this last one really quick. Lob some grenades. Overwhelming force. That's the idea. Oh boy. Okay, I think that's pretty good for now. When we tap into these, then we'll probably see our pollution cloud push, up here. But actually, we just need to tap that. I don't think we need that coal mine. So the next episode, we'll do that. We're going to come drop a line down here, tap this iron mine, and set up iron and steel. And then we're going to just tell our bots, okay, just start upgrading everything in our base to red everything. That'll be nice. Can I get through here? I think, roughly. Maybe. Let's see. Might be easier to go this way. Hopefully we don't get smashed by a train. Looks like everything's kind of idle. because of, well, we're just not consuming everything just yet. Looks like we are consuming a little bit of copper. But let's go check that our priorities here are good. So, yeah. What? No robots to help us? Yeah, we do. We have base bots. They actually got the command, so our personal robots aren't going to do anything. Where are all of these robots? There's a lot over here. Cool. Okay. It's just so tempting to keep playing, but let's chop this episode off at 2 hours and 16 minutes. We were able to build out train networks for copper and coal. Coal, you got to have coal in order to do your smelting, so we were able to do that. Our next order of business will be to do iron because we're still base building and we still need iron, especially for just green circuits. And then we'll want to set up advanced oil processing because we want to move on to yellow science. Yellow science gives us a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be able to upgrade our roboport, upgrade our power, lot more faster robots, a lot more faster. Does that make sense? Faster robots, and we can quickly do the purple science as well. We just need to get that oil set up. We can expand our red chip production to the max. I don't know exactly how far we can go with this, but we'll find out. We've got our mall. This is looking pretty good. And once we get some yellow science research, we've got plenty of like peripheral things to build and to use. So we're gonna go like that. More lasers. We've got lots of blue chips going on. So pretty good. We can actually start thinking about creating some of these other modules to speed things up. Lots of stuff to do. So thanks for joining me for this episode. Next episode, we will be doing steel, or sorry, iron plates and steel. And so we'll just need some iron trains and 2 unloading stations because, well, we probably could just do, I think we could do 1 for this iron and then we could do 1 each for the steel. It doesn't matter. We can have a whole bunch of trains going. It would be nice, though, to maybe find another iron. Iron. We only have 1 iron patch. I don't see him, so we might want to do some exploring, but we'll tap into this first, get yellow going, yellow science going, because with yellow science, we can get our power armor. Power armor is going to give us a lot more inventory size so that we can have even more lasers, which we'll need as we battle like bigger guys. We'll also be able to research some more laser damage. Look, we can get 2 more levels of laser damage once we open yellow science. So that will just make sure we can completely clear the area of anything that could possibly interrupt us from now until when we like decide to launch our rocket. So yeah, that will be the goal. So um, we will leave it there and we will continue next time with episode 16. Thanks for joining. I hope you're getting excited for playing this game and hopefully this will help you get a really good foundation. And when you're ready, we can move on to the expansion. That's going to be fun. Super excited for that. All right, we'll save the game one more time, and we'll see you next time. Take care.